My name is Joe Zikas. I'm from YoChicago. I'm sitting here with Jeff Benach, who recently started Lexington Homes. What does a home builder tell his daughter she should be looking at?
Well, the first thing I would say, if she wasn't looking in an area where we're building, is understand who the builder is. And the best way to do that really is to see if you can find anybody who's been through the experience. And you talked about your son, and I've known builders who have cringed at the thought of a potential buyer walking through and asking people what their experience was like. But I've always encouraged people to go, if they could, find somebody who's been through the experience of buying a home with us and tell them what it was about. We've always put as much focus and attention on the experience of the buyer from the day they buy it through the last day of their warranty, because this business is probably, I don't know if there's a business that depends more on buyer referral and repeat buyer and buyer happiness being broadcast than ours. As much as this is an industry that spends a lot of money on marketing, I can tell you that in all big cities, typically housing is the second highest purchaser of newspaper space. Car dealers usually first. But probably nobody still depends more on word of mouth than home builders. So we really got to do a good job.
Well, you could accidentally run across, every home builder has some clients who are dissatisfied. Mm-hmm. So you should be really talking to more than one person.
Oh, absolutely. When I talk about how well the builder's done, you may or may not, obviously in this kind of weather, it might be a little tougher to walk through a community and find people outside to talk to. You might have to knock on doors, that's a little tough for people to do. So yeah, you probably want to go take a look at how the builder operates. How open are they? How communicative are they about the process? Just as an example, one of the things that we are doing here is, and this really has been born out of our experience in the last 20 years, nothing puts a flag up in a buyer's mind more than the perception that the builder is hiding something, whether they are or aren't. So we're going out of our way to be as transparent and open and communicative as we can to all of our buyers. Not only does it enhance the enjoyment of their experience, because everybody, it's a big part of their life when our home is being built. It's also a nerve-wracking experience, from the loan application process to, waiting to see the first part of the home come out of the ground and so on and so forth. And as it starts to progress, people tend to get even more excited about it. And it's really important as a home builder to understand that. People, it's an emotional thing buying a home. And it's quite often the most emotional experience people will go through. And it's important that builders know that and keep things, the temperament in that context.
Give me an example of that transparency that you talked about.
Well, we're going to be one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to be emailing photographs of our buyers' homes as they progress in construction. Nice. And so they'll be plugged in all along.